My name is Zach Ellis, and welcome to my journey. I don't know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to be tearing shit up every step of the way, along with a few friends, of course. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going. I'll be building, modifying, repairing, fabricating, and racing every chance I get. But if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and of course, enjoy the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I actually planned on doing this weekend. So since I have the whole day and really nothing planned, I figured I had to do something to the car. I wanted to do a project that I don't want to say is bigger, but is going to be a little bit more time consuming. So that's why today I'm going to be starting the process of creating a tow hitch setup for my car. Now, you're probably wondering, why the fuck are you putting a hitch on your SRT for? The reason is because I race SCCA, autocross, and hopefully some track days this year. And I am going to be making big changes to the car here soon, like different wheels. We'll leave it at that. But my hands are already dirty. This is the first step in that. I don't know if there's like a real good order to do this as far as making the hitch setup or building the trailer or making the changes to the car. I don't want to make the changes to the car and then not have any way to transport the tires that I'm going to be running. I can run them in the car, but I want to get away from that. So we're capitalizing on a day of rain to make this setup. I've already gone ahead and got a lot of the stuff removed that I had to create the hitch, and I'm now in the phase of kind of designing it, figuring out how I want it to all look and work at the end. So I'll bring you over to the back of the car and kind of show you what I got so far, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here we are at the back of the car. As you can see, the bumper and the bumper cover are both removed already. Getting the bumper off is super easy. There's 3 bolts up here in the wheel well, just like in the front bumper. There's 4 Phillips head screws here. I don't know if you can see it there, the tag light, you have to unclip it from the bumper itself. And then the 2 screws in the mud flap there. That's all you got to do to get the actual back bumper off. It's super easy to do. So now that we're here, I have 2 options of how I want to do this bumper. I can either take the stock bumper, modify it so that there's a hitch receptacle coming out, or I can build one myself from scratch, which you see down here. I've got a bunch of square and round tube, so I have the material to make it. Or do I not try and reinvent the wheel and use the stock bumper itself? Alright, so I went ahead and did a little research on the trailer, its weight capacity. Its operating weight is 1,000, 1,080, 1,050, something like that. So a good 1,000 pounds. The trailer itself is 150, calculated into that 1,000. So that's 900 pounds, 850 pounds that I'd be pulling on the trailer max. I don't think I'll ever make that. And the reason I did that research is because I don't have the material I thought I had to make the new bumper. And I was like, can I use the stock bumper, modify it to accommodate a trailer? So the trailer requires an 1 7/8" ball, which is small. And I looked up the 1 1/4" trailer receptacle. Typically are 2 inch on a car or a truck. Smaller vehicles like cars, you'll use the 1 1/4". Those 1 1/4" hitches are rated for 2,000 pounds. So double what I actually need. So I think I'm going to make a 1 1/4" hitch setup for the car. And I think that means that I can reuse the stock bumper. It's not ideal. I don't want to reuse this thing because it's kind of ugly and clunky looking, but this isn't a fashion show. It's a functionality type thing. Not like I'm going to be riding with no bumper on the car. So with that being said, I guess I'm going to go ahead, sand this thing up. I need to grind some of the surface rust off, paint it a little bit to make it look a little bit better, and then I'm going to start drilling. I have 1 inch bar already in the back there. I'm going to use 1 inch bar for the jump up, and then the support rods just to kind of see where everything needs to fall. And then we'll start welding it, plating it, making it stronger. Yeah, damn. I really wanted to make one from scratch. Alright, so we got the bumper put back up onto the car, and I found where the center is on the crash bar, or on the bumper. I looked at the specs for the trailer, and it says that the trailer is about 19 inches high, and that puts the ball receptacle 18 inches or so, 18 and a half inches off the ground, which if you take a ruler or a measuring stick, measure up, 19 is like, I don't know, just over center of the bumper itself. We were going to have to go up to closer to 24 inches so we can mount the actual hitch receptacle. And then the hitch is going to have to be a drop hitch, which isn't the end of the world. I don't really mind that. The only reason we had to do that, though, is because I could, in theory, drill a hole here in the center, weld that thing in, and have it come straight out. But then that would result in me having to cut the bumper, which the whole reason I'm doing this is so I don't have to cut the bumper. So, with that being said, I guess I'm going to go ahead, drill some holes here in the top side of this so I can drop the square tube straight down. And then I'm probably going to drill some holes here on the face of it as well to do like plug welds kind of, just so I can make sure that this thing is truly secured in this crash bar. Dang, it's raining really hard right now. Coming down. Cool. Got the tube all cut and prepped. Now we'll set it up here and see where it's gonna set. So there's the bar. This is gonna be somewhere around there. Not positive yet, but close. So it's not actually gonna be touching the body of the car, but it's gonna be sticking out roughly an inch on the back side, 2 inches overhang on the front side, which is the side touching the body. Now all I gotta do is tack this in place, throw the bumper cover back on, make sure everything's sitting in a comfortable location. Then I'm going to probably finish weld and then gusset, add reinforcement after that. So I got the bumper cover mounted up. Right now the hitch is actually making contact with the bumper cover. I don't know if you can see, there's like a little raised spot right here. That's where the hitch is touching. I think it's still good though. If it is sticking out just a little bit, I can always grind that down to where it's smooth with the bumper cover again, and it's not touching the license plate. If it sticks out a little, it's not a big deal again, because you won't be able to see it with the license plate on. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the bumper cover and finish weld this product. Once it's all finish welded, I'll probably come back another day and gusset it up a little more, but for now, it's complete. It's kind of where it needs to be.
We got the bumper cover back on. Not completely bolted in, but put in place. It's close enough to being bolted in. And this is kind of what we come up with. So it fits in there. It's snug. I gotta clean up some of the edges a little bit, but fits in there like perfectly. And then once I put the license plate over it, you're not even going to be able to tell it's there, really. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead, snug up the last 2 bolts on this thing so that it's completely mounted, and then we'll finish this up. Alright, so I guess that pretty much wraps this up. I got the bumper on, bumper cover back on, everything's bolted up. I actually forgot to put the tag light back in like a big old dummy, so I'm going to have to pull it back off at some point to throw that tag light back in. But what I intended to do today, get that hitch kind of located, really trying to figure out how I wanted to run it and get an idea of how it was going to work, is what I got done today. I don't think it's quite reinforced enough to actually pull a trailer, even though the trailer, like I said, is going to be 500 or 600 pounds. That's on the high side. It's probably going to be closer to 3, but I still don't want to have any chance of something going wrong. So I got it in there. I got where its final resting place is going to be. Later on, I'll pull the bumper back off and add reinforcements to it. But for now, I'm super happy with it. Like I said earlier, I was on the research, and they're saying that the trailer ride height is between 19. Some of them are up to 22. I've got the bottom of the hitch at 21 and a half. I think it's 21 and a half inches. So at ride height, 21 and a half inches. It should be right there, close enough to accommodate either of the trailers that I run. I'm excited. I don't even know that I'll get to the point of needing the trailer. I still have to do different wheels and some other stuff to the car, which, you know, you'll see in a little bit. I'm waiting for the weather to really turn to where I can't really drive it before I get into anything big. But hopefully this gives you guys an idea of what you can do to your car. If anybody wants to try and pull a trailer, at least you know that there's a decent spot to where you can put the trailer, and no one will really know that you have a hookup for it, which is good because you don't want to scratch up your bumper. I don't want to cut it or anything. This was like I guess I was checking multiple boxes. I was getting the trailer hitch, and I'm preserving the integrity of the bumper. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.